want to be a hot take, go ahead, record this, do whatever you got to do. But I'm saying it right here, right now. The New England Patriots will make the playoffs this upcoming NFL season in 2020. You see, a lot of people think like Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots organization, they let Tom Brady leave in free agency and join the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they have no vision, they have no direction. Bill Belichick doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have no plan. And that's absolutely false. Bill Belichick has had a plan of life after Tom Brady, not dating back to this offseason, not dating back to last offseason, but a couple of offseasons ago when he drafted Jimmy Garoppolo. Right? Jimmy Garoppolo was supposed to be the successor to Tom Brady. He was supposed to be the guy that pushed out Tom Brady, right? And there's a lot of rumors. We don't know if any of these are true or anything like that. But at one point, Bill Belichick was ready to move on from Tom Brady years back. He was ready to have Jimmy Garoppolo be the guy to take over the helm of the New England Patriots organization. And Robert Kraft said, no. Robert Kraft put his foot down. He made Bill Belichick trade away Jimmy Garoppolo and keep Tom Brady. At least that's what the whole story is about the situation. Now, we would never truly know the truth, but that's what a lot of people feel. That's what the story is. So, rather if it's true or not, the thing is that Bill Belichick has been preparing for Tom Brady to leave the New England Patriots for years. So, it's not like he just let Tom Brady walk in free agency. They had no plan. Okay? Then, let's not also forget the fact that they drafted Jarrett Stidham last year. I don't know why people make it seem like New England has no quarterback at all. They got Jarrett Stidham. Like, I don't know if people are not doing research or anything like that. I don't know if people on ESPN or Fox Sports are just getting in front of the camera and they just talk out their behind without doing any research or without knowing the roster. But Jarrett Stidham, believe it or not, will be the quarterback for the New England Patriots. You see, a lot of people felt like the Patriots were going to bring in Jameis Winston and Cam Newton. I'm sitting here telling people, no. That is not the Patriots' way of doing things. The Patriots have always had the next man up mentality. The Patriots don't draft players in the NFL draft to be backups. If they draft you, if you're on the New England Patriots roster, you're drafted because if your number's called, you can contribute, right? That's the standard of being on the New England Patriots roster. You're a backup, but you're on the team because you can contribute. So, Jarrett Stidham was brought in to be the successor to Tom Brady. I was telling people this last year, telling people this at the start of the offseason, the Patriots were not going to get another quarterback. Everybody kept calling me an idiot, saying they need to get Cam, they need to get Winston. They keep saying that Jarrett Stidham isn't good because he threw one interception. Wow, you're going to judge a guy off of one bad play? Are you freaking kidding me? Name the last time the New England Patriots had a quarterback that they missed on, that didn't have success in the NFL. Because I find it ironic that every quarterback that Bill Belichick gets done with always finds a way to end up being a starting quarterback in the NFL. Matt Castle went 11-5, right? Despite what you guys want to say about the New England Patriots having an easy schedule, this and that, the division being easy and things like that, going 11-5 with a quarterback who never started a game in college football is impressive. I don't care how easy the schedule is. That is freaking impressive. Because I've never known any coach in the history of the NFL that can go 11-5, although they missed the playoffs, win double-digit games with a backup quarterback who never started a game in college football. A career backup quarterback in college football. I've never heard of that in my lifetime, right? Then what happens when Matt Castle leaves? He leaves. He signs with the Kansas City Chiefs in free agency. And although he didn't have a lot of success in Kansas City, he was a Pro Bowler. A lot of people forget that. Then Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo just took the 49ers to the Super Bowl this past season. Then you also got Jacoby Brissett, who was the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts this past season. So let's not act like Bill Belichick doesn't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. He knows what a good quarterback is. You see, a lot of people think Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots need to build their team based on getting talented guys and things like that. Guys who run fast 40s and things like that. That's not what Bill Belichick does. And that's not how the New England Patriots like to build their roster. They like high character guys who have a high IQ and understand the game of football. You see, a lot of people always make jokes about the New England Patriots roster being old and things like that, and how they always bring in players past their prime or players that were washed up and didn't really do anything like that, and how they're able to get the most out of them. You want to know why? Because Bill Belichick feels that his system works. You see, that's a problem with a lot of you guys who are fans of these NFL teams. Like when the New York Giants traded away Odell Beckham, New York Giants fans were saying, "Oh, it's retarded. New York Odell Beckham was our offense and things like that." You see, you guys put all your faith in the players instead of putting your faith into the coaching and the coaching staff system. That's why the New England Patriots are one of the best teams in the history of sports, because they trust their system. They trust that it doesn't matter who the player is. You can play in our system and you can work. Okay? So, the New England Patriots are going to make it into the playoffs this year. The New England Patriots have never made it to the playoffs because they were one of the most talented teams in the NFL. That used to be the case a couple of years back. Well, over the last couple of seasons, the New England Patriots on paper have had a top 15 roster at best. They haven't had a top 10 roster. They haven't had a top 5 roster since what? 2012 maybe? That's the last time I remember the New England Patriots top to bottom coming into a season having a top 10 roster. A lot of people seem to forget that the New England Patriots aren't the most successful team in the NFL history or in sports in general for being talented. They're one of the most successful teams for being able to outcoach you. They focus on the small things. Discipline, not turning the football over, and playing smart, intelligent football, and everybody doing their job. That's why the New England Patriots are so successful. And that's why the New England Patriots will once again surprise people in the media, exceed their expectations, and once again make it to the playoffs. You see, I don't know how many years in a row people have been saying that the New England Patriots dynasty was coming to an end. It was going to fall off. When they lost to the Eagles, everybody was saying the dynasty is over and things like that. When they lost to the Broncos in the AFC Championship game a couple of years back, everybody was saying the dynasty was over. And once again, the New England Patriots come back and they surprise and they overexceed everybody's expectations again and again and again. I don't see no different. Right? Just because Tom Brady leaves doesn't mean the New England Patriots are going to be terrible. Bill Belichick has had a plan for a while. Bill Belichick's not coming into this thing freelancing. He's had a success plan. He knew Tom Brady was finna leave this season. He knew Tom Brady was going to leave, not even this season. He knew Tom Brady was going to leave last season. That's why he drafted Jarrett Stidham. Jarrett Stidham was not brought in to be the backup quarterback for New England. He was brought in to be the future of New England. So let's not act like New England doesn't have no talent. They still have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. You got Marcus Cannon and Isaiah Williams, who both had really solid seasons last year when they was on the field. New England's offensive line was terrible, not because of the guys they had, but because of the injuries. When they're fully healthy, this is one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. You also got the best offensive line coach in NFL history, and Dante Scarnecchia. If the NFL Hall of Fame had a spot for assistant coaches, Dante Scarnecchia would be in it. This guy has been coaching for nearly almost 50 years. So, I mean, the offensive line is going to be good. You got Joe Thuney. You got Shaq Mason, who had a 73 overall grade according to Pro Football Focus. You also got a young wide receiver core. You got N'Keal Harry. You got Julian Edelman. You got Mohamed Sanu. You got Jacoby Myers. So, I mean, you got some young guys on this New England Patriots roster. Like, why is everybody making it seem like this New England Patriots roster is just flat out old? They got no young guys at all. Okay? This New England Patriots roster has some talented young guys on the roster. N'Keal Harry really struggled his rookie year because he basically missed the majority of his rookie year due to an injury. Okay, he never was really able to get into a flow of things. He was basically just thrown into the fire and asked to go and do his due. And he had to figure things out on the go. So now, coming into this season fully healthy, he should be a lot better compared to what he was in 2019, his rookie campaign. Then at the halfback position, the New England Patriots are going to be a running football team. A lot of people think that you got to be able to throw the football for 400 yards a game on some Patrick Mahomes type stuff to win Super Bowls. And you don't have to be able to do that. Look at the San Francisco 49ers. They didn't really have a true number one wide receiver. They had to trade for one in the middle of the season in Emmanuel Sanders. And they did pretty fine to me running the football, throwing when need to. Look at the Jacksonville Jaguars a couple of seasons ago when they went to the AFC Championship game and nearly beat the New England Patriots. They had Blake Bortles as a quarterback. They didn't really have that talented of a receiving core, but they were exceptional on defense and they were exceptional when it came to running the football. And that's why the New England Patriots will make it to the playoffs. You don't have to have a talented offense when you're airing the football out, throwing 500 yards a game and things like that to win in the NFL. You can still win in the NFL by smash mouth football. It's proven that it works last season with the San Francisco 49ers, and it's proven to work with the Jacksonville Jaguars a couple of seasons ago. So I have faith in Bill Belichick that Bill Belichick will be able to get this New England Patriots team in the playoffs. I don't know why people still keep overlooking the New England Patriots just because they lost Tom Brady. Just because Bill Belichick held Tom Brady to the same standard that he held everybody else, that everybody's replaceable. Makes no sense to me. The New England Patriots are still going to make it into the playoffs. And if I'm wrong, heck, I'm wrong. You go ahead and make fun of me about it after the season is over. But I have a 99% assurance in my head that the New England Patriots will make it to the playoffs. Because a lot of people just look at talent and they don't look at coaching. And coaching in the NFL matters. Coaching wins championships. This isn't the NBA when a star player dictates how good you are. Everybody's replaceable. That's the New England Patriots mentality. The New England Patriots will make it to the playoffs this upcoming season in 2020. Make sure you let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comment section down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more NFL videos and content. And thanks for watching.